Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Live on Instagram.
Live on Insta.
Live
And
on
now
live.
you're frozen. Oh, there you go. I was going to say you're frozen for a second. Welcome. Welcome, John. Welcome, Mike. Talking tokens. It's been a little while.
Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday. It's been a little while, but we got a nice little market update for everybody. Thanks for tuning in. How's life on the other side over there, John? How's life, Mike?
Just waiting for cryptos to wake up again.
Oh, they're waking up.
Yep.
It's waking up. It's waking up. It's getting there.
BTFP.
Might be a dead cat bounce, but we're getting there.
It could be. We'll find out. I think we'll find out this week if it's going back to what could have been in the good old days to, or maybe lower lows. But we'll take a look at that. We got a Shiba Inu giveaway today.
That's right.
Wow.
Just
Finally,
an
we said
impressive
well, I guess ain't nobody. Well, there's one person looking. They might win it. No, you don't have to be present. All you had to do is put in your name or whatever and follow the channel. I recorded those people.
We have quite a few people that commented. Yeah, there's quite a few people that commented when we first launched the giveaway. So
yeah. So I have a little list. We'll put in the random number. It'll select the number, and you'll see it live happening right there. And then we'll do the Shiba Inu giveaway. 1 million. So like what? Shiba Inu went up like 40% in the last 2 days, right? It was like
Hell
20% days.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's down like 60% from where it was. So that we getting back up there, but it's getting there.
That's the nature of Shiba, it makes these crazy rallies and, falls back down to more average price, so you got to play that wave. You got to play that wave or just ride the average, which is fine too.
You need some what, Mike?
I was just saying it probably needs to drop a zero to like get back on track.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, we're at I think it's at like 0.000. It's 4 zeros and a 3, I think. So
yeah, 3 something. Yep.
All right, let me share my screen here.
We'll see what happens. I think this week will be pretty good, especially with Super Bowl this weekend. I think there's a lot of crypto companies, sponsoring, sporting events nowadays. So there's definitely going to be a good crypto rally this weekend, but we'll see what happens after that.
Oh, I just took Mike out of the screen. I meant to take my screen out of the screen. Yeah, I think the Super Bowl is going to have a bunch of it. That's what I'm thinking. There's going to be like tons of crypto commercials and just. I mean, what a better way to like expose it to the mainstream than to put it on a Super Bowl commercial, and hopefully some of them are pretty funny. But
yeah,
hopefully.
I mean, as you heard, or maybe you didn't, but Tom Brady obviously retired, and then he was talking about working on his own NFT projects, and he was already.
Well, doesn't he already have like little? He has a little card thing, like the little sports card. I thought he already had one, or he's just going to help develop it, or
I mean, but I think he's just going to focus more on that stuff. So just other people are thinking about it, and but Super Bowl is probably a great time to advertise.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's take a look. We got coin market cap over here. Bitcoin's at 44,161. Made a pretty good move, 14% up in the last 7 days. So we saw it kind of hit a low at 32,000, and it's kind of driving the market back up. Ethereum's back over 3,000. That's awesome.
All right.
BNB for 114, pretty far off from its all-time high of 750. Cardano's was holding that $1 number, which I thought was pretty important, and it's trying to get back up to. I mean, everything's moving up. Look at XRP, 38%.
XRP made some big.
Look at that.
Maybe in anticipation of the case being over.
I was going to say, was there any kind of court
I don't think there has.
I don't think so, but I think people are just getting, they're just getting a little bit more bullish. I mean, it hit 90 cents earlier yesterday, I think, maybe earlier this week.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
So the top 10, who got bounced out? Polkadot got bounced out. Doge and Shiba all outside of the.
Shiba's falling out.
Luna has been, just crushing it, coming in. I think it's the number one TVL coin outside of Ethereum. So it's the second
Really?
place locked coin value in the out of all the coins. So it's number 2, which means
Okay.
like it's definitely expanding. So continues to be bullish, and $53. I think it was up to like 110 when the wheels fell off a little in November.
The wheels
But,
fell off.
Yeah. So yeah,
Luna's gonna be solid, man. It's a good ecosystem.
And what Solana has slipped a little just because of some network issues and like hacks and
it just hasn't had the same same bounce as everything else has had. Like everything's gone like 10-20%, and it's like sitting here at 4. So maybe people got a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth from some of that news.
Yeah, because I mean, when you lose tons of money, people don't like that. But a lot of times in these cases, people have been made whole by the people taking care of them. So that, I mean, that's good. And that, like in the crypto.com, I think they all got their funds back, and there's other ones where like someone else. It was the DeFi like bridge hack where they sucked at Wormhole, and then some group, like some giant crypto investing group, they filled everybody's like ETH back, and without even like thinking about it. So,
But it isn't. I mean, in all of those cases, it's not Solana as a problem. It's just the people who create it. It's the code of the layer on top of it. It's like
right now it wasn't all just that. It was like the DeFi bridge between the two. Yeah. So whoever wrote the exchange between the two, the liquidity for the wrapped.
So it's Solana just by coincidence, because that's the program they chose to write it on. But
right. But I guess Solana, in other terms, is that people say that it's centralized in the fact that you can get all the validators in one Discord chat, or you could have everybody turn off all the servers are in one kind of specified spot. It has network difficulty, kind of just like ETH. I mean, but it hasn't been around as long as ETH, but it is in competition layer 1, and a lot of those got hit hard. ETH, Solana, Avalanche.
I mean, everything got hit hard, but yeah, I gotcha.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, here's just looking at some of the charts here. Let's just kind of recap where we were, where we've been. This is basically the 2020 run up. Previous all-time high. We went down in August when everything kind of fell apart. Crypto China FUD banned. We've been building ourselves up, hit a new all-time high at 68,000, and we followed this trend back down into the new year. And you can kind of see this is multiple consecutive days of green candle here.
Yep.
And trading views like
it's looking pretty good so far. Yeah.
Right. So
look at that volume.
I think we there's a couple of resistance areas that we were kind of dealing with as support levels before that we're going to have to fight through on the other side. But this 45 area is what we're facing now. We could come back and touch 40 again, maybe even dip our toes into 38 just to kind of confirm we're over this boundary, and then, or it could keep going, but we'll see what happens. So keep an eye out. I thought this was a really cool story. So everyone knows about the honking and the Freedom Convoy up in Canada, if you're paying attention. But GoFundMe took away their funding for a fundraiser on GoFundMe for the truckers, basically, because they said it didn't
adhere to their terms and policies,
or whatever that meant.
Detrimental and harmful, or like.
Right.
So what do? We go around and
honk at people. Yeah. And so right now there's a fundraise for 21 Bitcoin for the truckers. So people are using Bitcoin as a decentralized way to fundraise for this effort, and then hopefully it goes to the right hands. Right now it's this Honk Hodls fundraiser on the Tally platform. I'm not familiar with that, but I guess people are sending money their way, and it looks like it's at like what $541,000 in Bitcoin right now, and I don't know. We'll see if it's just cool to see that they can get around, the censorship.
People are trying to pour out and help, and they're just saying no, we don't agree with it no matter what. But then, in a decentralized way, you're able just to be like, you know what, permissionless, say, hey, I'm going to send these people some funds.
I was thinking, okay, they get the 21 Bitcoin without an exchange. How are they going to, unless they have very specific ways to spend it, it's still a little bit of a hurdle, but I'm sure they can figure that out. Maybe by individual person.
Crypto. They need Coinbase card. They just start swiping away.
Right? Can you imagine 541,000 on your Coinbase card?
Yep. You're just like, what do we need? All right, that hotel. I bought it.
You need gas, and you need gas, and you need gas.
Yep.
Let's see. This guy, FS Insight. This is just a well-known financial advisor. He's predicting 200,000 in the second half year of 2022. What about that, John? 200,000.
Pretty optimistic.
The king has arrived. Ether to 12,000. So, I guess if you look at our fear and greed chart, I think we finally made it back at a neutral. But this is the kind of talk that was happening before the fear. So already positive articles are back on the street of immediate recovery. So
yep,
it kind of get you tingly.
Good to see.
Yeah, this was so more. This is another example of big companies adding Bitcoin and crypto to their balance sheet. So KPMG is a real big company. There's actually one of their office spaces in Tyson's Corner. I think I heard or read that they went to MicroStrategy's Bitcoin crypto balance sheet seminar, and what do you know? They now have Bitcoin and Ether on their balance sheet.
Yep.
So, just again, I mean, think how many big companies are out there. If everyone's adding to their balance sheet, that's going to start. That's a whole new ball game as far as demand.
It's interesting how you start to see positive news articles when it starts getting better.
Like that quickly, right? Yeah, it doesn't take much for people to just be like, oh, everything's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, we had like the Tesla buy that was like huge, and that like rocketed us up. But then like somehow they didn't know about the power concerns, and then Elon just like flushed the toilet on Bitcoin, and then now this company they're taking heed because they're saying, hey, like you can no longer just not have a position in crypto. It's too it's too powerful. It's too in the like mixed in already into the financial world, or it will be. And now now it's time to then incentivize these companies to then get Bitcoin and ETH on their balance sheet.
And see, they even like put a quote in there, as well as the carbon offsets to maintain net zero carbon transactions. So they're like, we're doing Bitcoin, but here's the way we're doing carbon neutral for those people who give a shit about that. So
right. Yeah. So I mean, it makes everybody happy, and apparently that's just going to like attract more crypto users to their company. I mean, in the field of what they do.
And again, setting the lead for other people and other companies to do
yes. And that one time, once it like someone breaks through, it's just gonna like the floodgates are gonna open.
Yep.
Well, in regards to the whole positive news thing, I'm kind of curious if like they have these articles like pre-written, but they keep them in their pocket until the market does better.
It's possible.
I mean, that would be risky, I think, on a journalist front if you just sit on a story for
you have like cookie cutter,
it's
like
going to change in 2 months. But
right.
maybe that week they're like, okay,
some people just want to.
If it goes good, you'll have this one. If it goes bad, this one.
Yeah, I mean, some people just want to pump it. So I mean, yeah, maybe people are just coming up with astronomical numbers just to like number go up technology, make everybody think a certain way. Like if more people see 200,000, like. I even saw a correction on that CoinDesk article where they wrote it as the headline was 20,000. So it was like Bitcoin to 20,000, and then they had to rewrite it. It was like, oh, correction, actually to 200,000. So it's like that makes it seem like that's the point. Like all he has to do is move a zero, and he's like, oh, Bitcoin's tanking. Yep, put the 20K in there. Oh wait, it's going. Put the 200K in there.
I think it's easy. It's easy for people to see like a couple days of green and then just start to like think where it could go, and then so they're like they plan. The media just like builds on that hype, kind of like what Mike was saying. So if you have 4 days of down, it's like it's so easy to write articles about it going down because that's all people think about going down.
Right. And then how low we're going to go.
It's hard to be adverse to what it's actually doing, and have your people probably click it. Maybe. If you start talking about it going down to zero, people will be like, "Why are you talking about that? It's going up like it's been up 20% in the last 3 days." Like,
I mean, because it's psychology. It's like we were in like way oversold territory. There's other factors that we're just saying, okay, well, it's going to bounce because we found the new bottom, and here we are now. We're starting to move in a positive direction, kind of confirming the upward trend.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is more good news. Cash App is now active on the Lightning Network.
Nice.
So you can transfer it. Lightning Network, if you haven't heard of that, is kind of like a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin that allows a bunch more transactions on top of it, and then they kind of consolidate down at the end of the day, more or less.
It's like you're opening a channel, right? And you deposit money in there, you do your transactions, you close the channel, it goes on all at one time. So it's not like you're
so Cash App is using the Lightning Network, so then you can have free Bitcoin transactions on Cash App. Like
with
it's
Cash
all free.
Oh, sorry, I didn't cut you off. I was going to ask, with Cash App, do you actually own your own Bitcoin, or are they owning it for you?
I think it's. You mean if it's custodial or not?
Yeah.
I think it's. Well, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I would say it's probably, if I just had to guess, it's probably custodial, but you can withdraw it.
You can withdraw the Bitcoins. Okay.
But I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've never used Cash App. I've never used that for cryptocurrency.
For the crypto side, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the point is they're trying to get it to continue, adding it to Lightning, another big player in the acceptance of mass. They're going to be able to send free Bitcoin instantaneously and cheap, and it just makes it that much more usable as a daily currency as opposed to just a store of value, which is, I think, one of Jack Dorsey's kind of goals. So,
yeah,
interesting there. Let's see here. Here's some, I guess, good news for the crypto stakers and miners potentially. There was a lawsuit about a couple suing the IRS about crypto income for Tezos back in like 2017, I think. And ultimately, the IRS tried to settle with them, giving them the money back that they were taxed, and they refused it because they're looking for guidance from the IRS on staking. So, Mike, you had a pretty good analogy on this staking thing, if you want to explain that a little bit. But this is the Tezos.
Right. What on like the seed in the tomato or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it comes down to the creation of new property. So it's like, can they really tax you on something that you created, like a baker bakes a cake? You don't tax the person because they made the cake. You tax them because they sold the cake, and they gain income. So the same with your fruits of your labor is, well, you staked your coins. Now there's newly staked minted coins, but it's new property. So then it would still maybe be subject to some sort of tax, like an agricultural or a manufacturer made tax, but it's not going to be
it's not income from an
employer,
employer,
right? Or adding to your income or your employment, because Bitcoin is not your employer. You know, it can't be. It's not going to send you a W or 1099 or something and be like, "Yep, this is what you made." Like you're mining. I don't know.
Well,
They're asking.
you get income, you get taxed on income, and you get taxed on capital gains. So what is it? Is it income or is it? It can't be both. Or
Right.
I guess they're
maybe
trying
it
to
is,
figure it
but-
out. You know.
Right.
One
So
of the
this is
strict things.
there's hope that
They're getting
this
some
lawsuit will turn
clarification.
into guidance, and then it seems like, at least based on their settlement, that they kind of agree that it's should not be income or it is new property being created. So it's still a big gray area. No one can submit their taxes based on this ruling, but it just shows you the development process
Right.
of what's going on, and people are fighting it, and we're
Right.
waiting.
Or
for
there's
the-
even, I think there was talks about like not doing capital gains tax for any transaction under $200. You know, whether it be Bitcoin or other cryptos. So that would just make it more efficient as, you know, currency to be able to transact, not saying, oh, well, I don't want to send you any of my money because now I got to pay, you know, short-term capital gains on it.
I'm going to sell all my crypto in $200 increments.
I mean, they're going to look for that, but yeah. But yeah, it's good that it's just being talked about and we're moving towards some resolution.
I think this is something that might take years to come up with these regulations, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and
sure.
hopefully that the people understand the technology. You know, it's like it takes like a normal person that understands regular, you know, technology to then grasp it. What older boomer, should I say, generation, you know, people, how are they going to take it? But we've seen what the Texas and Arizona submitting those bills for Bitcoin, you know, as legal tender. So I mean, things are moving in that right way, and it's the state's rights to decide that. So move to a state that's Bitcoin friendly. It's going to incentivize that. People are going to move there, and all the rest of the cities will just miss out.
Right, or at least it's planting that seed or planting that idea that it's a possibility, you know.
Just bullish, yeah, bullish.
I mean, all it's going to take is one state to really pass it, and then like it's going to spread like wildfire as far as legal tender.
Right.
Once the test state kind of goes through its hiccups or whatever, then another one's like, why don't we do that?
Yeah. And keeping Bitcoin a bipartisan issue too. It's not just
Or
one.
they're going to attract crypto-based companies with, you know,
Right.
provisions that have less tax, no income tax on crypto, and then that's your state policy, and boom. You're like,
Yeah, or you know, you get a discount on mining, or like, you know, there's tax breaks for miners. I mean, maybe, you know, states are already doing that, so it's like they're at the innovative forefront of the regulation for some of the stuff, and then maybe some of that can then be brought on a federal level just to bring clarification, and then not have all these muddied waters. Because there are going to be a lot of people that probably bought and sold a ton of stuff and NFTs, and then they're going to go to their taxes and be like, "What the?" Like,
no
I
idea.
can't figure it. Right? They're going to be like, "Holy crap!" Like, this is why you don't do this stuff. Like, if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I just had to sell ETH to buy an NFT. You know, then I sold my NFT, and I sold more ETH, and then you know, it's like,
If you made a lot of money on it, you weren't thinking like, oh, I should probably put away some of it for taxes.
that too, right? And something tanked, and then now you have no funds, or, you know, and now you owe
That's if
some
they're reporting to
enormous
begin.
amount.
Say what, John?
That's if they're reporting to begin with.
Well, that too, yeah. But I mean, I think
no one's
most
giving you a
people,
statement. It's all honor code, you know.
yeah. I mean, most you know, people are probably going to be pretty, you know, truthful in what they're doing, and
Or the best of their
but
abilities.
they may just be shocked at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here's another story. I saw U.S. officials seize 3.6 billion in Bitcoin from the 2016 Bitfinance hack. So, Mike, they actually tracked down these guys through blockchain transaction. Just, I guess they found out the original withdrawal address and then tracked it from there. So they didn't Bitcoin wash their address. Silly guys.
CoinJoin.
Right. But so I guess they found the two guys that allegedly were participated in laundering the money that was stolen. So I'm interested to see, are they going to give the money back to Bitfinance or Bitfinance?
Hey, if anything, just keep it locked up. I mean, it just takes it out of the supply. It's just
120,000 BTC.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes it out of the. It just takes it out. It's like Satoshi lockup, but
again, I guess that's another. We've talked about privacy. There are coins that add to the privacy of the blockchain, as opposed to where currently Bitcoin is. It's all public information. It's all there. If you can find out whose address is what, then you can ultimately find out the owner of it. Kind of pseudo.
Right. And how did they necessarily seize it? I mean, they must have been given custody of it.
Yeah,
it's not like they can just go in there and take it away. I mean, they gotta say, well,
right here it says, after execution of the court-authorized search warrants of online accounts controlled by them, they were able to obtain access to files within the online account. Those files contain private keys to the required visual
and they took the private keys and then signed the transactions over to themselves.
So Ilya on Instagram Live, he commented, and there is KYC in the endpoints. Banks are asking for KYC as well as exchanges. So,
is that on the tax comment that we were talking about?
Probably.
Yeah, because so your KYC, that's why you have to register for all the main exchanges, because they're reporting your information. So if you get audited and you did those exchange transactions and you didn't claim them, you could on the backside get audited.
Probably like non-custodial wallets, that's more of like the honor system. And then you have Coinbase, BlockFi, any interest account. I mean, most of the time they're going to send you a 1099 over $10,000 or some sort of amount.
Oh, this is on the seizure. This is on the seizure.
This is on this particular story?
Yeah, the Bitcoin seizure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's how maybe they knew the original kind of person. I think these two individuals were like trying to launder it.
I mean, that makes sense. So if he KYC'd onto the exchange and then somehow used that address or whatnot, then I mean that would kind of lead them back to
there's also forensics going on. He says chain analyst does forensics, and it's easy to track their software. So
well, that's why you have going on. Yeah, you have like Bitcoin like Mixer or like the ETH Tornado. You put it in one address and it sends it to all these other addresses and it ends up where you want it, and then it's just like almost impossible to follow the trail.
God, you'd be like, I guess it's just dumb criminals, but like, let's just go on Coinbase and link our 120,000.
Yeah, right. And they'd be like, how'd you get that? And you'd be like, sold a bunch of cookies back in high school.
Wouldn't you like
found it?
I don't know, just move it to a different account that's I don't know. I guess it could all be traced.
I mean, criminals are dumb. I mean, they're dumb enough to steal your money, I guess, but then they're not dumb enough to like not split it up or be like, like make fake like identities, or I don't know, like I don't know because I ain't one, so don't ask me.
Don't ask me. I thought this was not really like relevant to this moment, but I saw it and I was like, what if that did happen? So like, what if the internet went down? What happens to Bitcoin?
Well, it's stored on the ledger.
Yep.
Right. So that's basically the direct end conclusion to this. But it's like, okay, what happens if your local internet goes down, like your state or your area? Obviously, like you wouldn't be able to use it if you didn't have particular access to it. You wouldn't be able to spend it, but you could. It's still happening. It's still receiving. Your address is still available and receiving Bitcoin if people were sending it to you. You just couldn't use it for that moment. So that the local internet going down is not really a concern. It's just a temporary outage. Censorship. So like if the government turns it off or makes it illegal, well, we were kind of just talking about that. Like it's still happening. They don't control it. Bitcoin is still rolling. It may be illegal in your country, or they may not want you to
unless
use
they
it.
turn off your ISP, your internet service provider, for the whole country. I mean, or that's like, China kind of like regulates what's going in and out, and you have to use a VPN to then buy.
Well, I think that's closer to like this one. It was like total collapse of internet. Like if there's some unforeseen EMP, catastrophic, the whole world internet is down. Apparently, there's some nodes that are in ground nuclear and EMP-proof bunkers. So like there are some nodes that are still rolling, and they were like, okay, well, what if everything went down? You had no internet. You can still use long-distance radio for Bitcoin transactions, short-distance radio, satellite, text, in person via email, or even smoke signals, which I have no idea how you could.
How long would it take to do a 256 hash and smoke signal?
Right? Yeah, you'd have to somehow use your miner to like mine the number, and then that's how you would broadcast to the node, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I mean, I guess the point was, although the transactions would immensely just slow down, and like it could still go on. Internet obviously is like practically critical for it to work, but I guess in theory it doesn't.
Yeah. So Elia mentioned you're able to use it in a partial network as well, as long as you have a consensus mechanism and validator nodes working.
Right.
The network then propagates the record after it's been concluded.
Yep.
So
anybody can run a node. Anybody with 500 gigabyte and $200 worth of computer equipment can run a node. I'm running a node right here on this MacBook, and
I think it's. Wasn't the ledger over like a gig now or something, or no? It's only 500.
This is about
a terabyte.
I don't think I have a terabyte in mine. You don't need to run like a full node, I guess. I'm not doing a full node, I think. But either way, I mean,
but still, even a terabyte nowadays is not. It's not. That's not terribly a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, the point is that internet is. It's all there. It doesn't go away if something were to go down. So not too much to worry about there. And then this is just talking about like the total cost of mining, and I think what they were projecting was it cost about $34,000 to mine. Kind of like the average cost of a miner right now. The production cost for a miner is $34,000 to get to a Bitcoin, I guess, is what you're going to, on average, consume to get one, I think is what this article is trying to say. So that cost kind of goes up as difficulty gets harder in mining. But they were specifically showing like when it's got more expensive to mine a Bitcoin than it was, than it's valued was a problem. And that's when like miners can capitulate and turn off. But just another way to look at it. All right.
Hey, 34,000 is not bad overall. I mean, when we're probably going higher, so. And
that's another reason why like the cost. That's probably another reason why it kind of went down to 34 as a kind of a support.
Well, and that's also where the average cost of Michael Saylor and Tesla's buys are right around 30,000. So I mean, how much between them? They have billions of dollars worth. So I mean, that's pretty. That's like the new floor. I think.
It's funny how that works out.
All right, let's. I'm going to pull up the other thingamabob here. Here we go. Let me see if y'all can see this. All right, so I have a list of. Should I show the list of names, or is that like? I guess it's all. It's not like.
Are you like dox the people?
I mean, their names are on the website. I just wrote down their names.
Yeah. All right. Just want to make sure we're all about that problem.
Random number generator between 1 and 8. There's 8 names over here. So let's just go. Ready? This is all live.
Just click it once.
Number 4.
Congratulations. You are Shiba millionaire.
Didn't he win our first giveaway?
Is it Ali? No way.
This guy gets rich off of us.
I know. Hey,
Hey,
he put his name in the ring. I mean, he's been our most profitable. He's a Doge.
he's a Doge millionaire and a
Shiba
Shiba.
millionaire.
God damn.
Ali, if you're watching, congratulations.
All right. Well, Mike, you
Go buy a lottery ticket or something because
All right.
you got them money goals.
I don't know why I'm showing you that. All right, Ali, congrats. You were the winner of the Shiba giveaway. We will figure out a way to get. You need to like get his address and stuff.
You need your Shiba address, yeah. Coinbase.
So what's a million Shiba worth right now? Like $30?
Let's find out.
I think it's a million Shiba. Let me type that in. 1 million
Are you looking it up?
Shiba.
Yeah, it's like $30.
Yeah, because it's like 0.0003.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And then how much is it going to cost to send it in ETH? Probably going to cost like $15 to send it.
That's the hard part.
The gas fees to get it over there. They need to get.
We'll just hold it on his behalf.
We need to send it to him in like Doge, and then
Yeah, it's $30.72.
yeah, it's user option to transition it back to Shiba if he wants it.
So we'll just send you the value in USDC.
Yeah, well, we didn't say it's
And we'll cover your transaction.
Custodial Sheeb, not one-for-one withdrawals. Oh, that's funny. All right, well, I think we're going to keep the show short tonight. Thanks for joining, everybody, and have fun at the Super Bowl. Let's watch for some good commercials, good football. The football is going to be good. I know about that.
It's going to be good for cryptos, too.
Yep.
And get your cryptos. Get ready to
get ready. The Bulls are back in charge. Hopefully, let's continue the rally.
All right. How about one last thing? Your end of February price prediction
For Bitcoin. Or what?
Yeah, just say for Bitcoin. Yeah, end of February price prediction. John.
Shoot.
It's at 43,000.
I feel like it's on a little mini rally right now, but it's going to drop a little, just to kind of cool off a little bit towards the end of the month before it rallies again. So I don't know. Let's just say 35.
Yeah.
35 before the big rally.
Okay, so it's going down.
Well, it goes up, then it goes down. That's what I think.
All right, I'm gonna say 52.
Ooh.
52 by the end of February.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be right where it is right now, like 47.
Yeah.
But that's because it's gonna go down first, John. I think it's gonna correct a little bit more. But I think I'll be back up back to where we are now by the end of February at least.
Okay.
So, all right, we have three separate little areas. We'll see where it goes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Until next time. Oh, I don't have my little buttons up. Where are my buttons?
Roll it.
Where are my buttons?
Roll it.
Here comes the money.
We need one that says like, "Here comes the big money."
The cryptos.
The cryptos. Oh, the cryptos. Dang. We need a girl that can sing.
Mix it.
Yeah, we need a girl that can sing. All right. Adios.
Peace out.